Hey there, so today we have a new product. We're relatively new. This is Trail Pass Golden from Sierra Nevada. So Trail Pass is their um, non-alcoholic series. This was buy one, get one a few weeks ago at Publix, so which is a lot more reasonable. I think a lot of people hesitate because you're paying full price for a non-alcoholic product, and but yeah, the product's a lot more reasonable when it's like $1 can, right? So let's take this beer. I think it's like their Golden Ale or something, hopped with Bravo, Centennial Cascade. Pretty dark, honestly, for a golden. Comes in a medium to deep gold color, honestly, almost a deep gold color. Nice looking head on that. Looks like a pretty good looking beer. Smells good. Wow. Smells like a really nice kind of like a hoppy pale, blonde ale. Blonde ale. So something like a. I definitely smell the Centennial. That's what it is, right? Or is it Cascade? It's got this really beautiful kind of like green tea, floral. Yeah, this really pretty kind of like. How do you describe it? Like yeah. Chrysanthemum tea. That's what it is. Chrysanthemum tea. If you're Asian, you might know. If you're not, you might not. It's a very fragrant kind of tea action. But yeah, it smells a little. Get a little bit of that kind of like light dankness on the back end. A little bit of that kind of like light bready, kind of like a honeyed malt character. It smells pretty good, honestly. Like sometimes you could just like pick out an NA beer like straight off the nose. This one's definitely more integrated, so like it can come off. I'd say most people come off thinking this was actual beer on the nose. Yeah, see that's where. But again, it's not alcoholic. Like you can't really do anything about that. But wow, pretty good. Pretty good. Wow. Okay. See, I'm looking for it, and you can find that kind of like light wort character on the back end. If you don't know, wort is like the grains in water before you turn it into beer. So you're basically making like a grain porridge when you make beer, and there's that little bit of like wort flavor that a lot of these non-alcoholic beers have. This one's actually quite nuanced. So what does it taste like up front? Hoppy. Yeah, that's the first thing you know. It's hoppy. Grain flavor. It actually a little bit reminds me of the New Belgium Fat Tire, the new one. So not the classic one that everybody is all pissed off. Oh, they prefer the old one, but then again they didn't buy it, so now they had to make a new one that's the Golden Ale or whatever. But grainy, a little bit hoppy, follows with the nose, a little bit floral, a little sweet, a little bit tea-like, a little bit of green tea, a little bit of chrysanthemum, a little bit of light kind of pine action in there. And that kind of full malt, kind of grainy sweetness that you get from real beer. And then right on the mid palate, it definitely hollows out. It gets very thin. So it's like, wait, this beer's like not like 6%. It's definitely like under 5, under 4. And then you wait longer and longer. And obviously the bottom drops out on the beer, and the beer's like under 0.5% alcohol. So it's really low. But it has this resonating kind of like light, kind of like linalool kind of floral hop action that I really enjoyed in a lot of the athletic beers. And this also has a little bit of bitterness too. And then on the back end, a little bit of that kind of like wort flavor, but it's really toned down. Like I would say like that flavor is probably only, if I throw a figure in my head, like only like 10 to 20% of the actual experience of the beer. A lot of these non-alcoholic products, like a large portion of the flavor that you're getting is not really beer flavor. It's this like wort, this kind of like unfermented beer flavor. Here, you're only getting like a portion of it. So, yeah. Honestly, I think this is better than the hazy, which is was someone I reviewed from Boston Beer Company, the Sam Adams, whatever you call it. I thought it was really good, but I think maybe part of it is that these non-alcoholic beers sort of work when you're not going juicy. Because when you go juicy, you need body. You need like chunky blocks of mouthfeel to really get there. And when you're going non-alcoholic, like what kind of battle are we fighting here, right? Like it's like, are we really getting anywhere? We're trying to make a diet cheeseburger, right? Like screw it. We're gonna go the other way and make a really tasty, delicious vegetarian dish that's gonna be healthy for you, right? Like I appreciate things that are, you know, do the best with what you got, not try to reverse engineer something. Like if you're gonna eat a cheeseburger, just have one a week, and then just, you know, if you want to lose weight, right? Like don't try to skimp on this and then try to like back engineer it this way and make a Beyond Meat something, right? That makes something make sense to you. Like you're not gonna win the battle of making the best tasting low calorie hamburger, but instead you can win the battle of, like, you know, making the best tasting delicious salad or something, right? Or wrap. That's where I think this sort of works, is because again, you're having a lighter body, kind of like light hoppy beer, and this beer really does a good job at imitating like a hoppy blonde ale. And when you're starting at that low point of a, you know, flavor complexity standard point of view, then you can really get something, you know, bump it up a little bit hoppier than some of your non-alcoholic competitors. And this is really quite tasty. This is my first time having it, and I'm honestly impressed. For a non-alcoholic product, this is easily one of the best I've had. So let's give it a 96. I don't have a good rating system for you guys. Haven't reviewed too many non-alcoholic products for you guys. But outside the athletic stuff, this is fantastic. And I honestly thought that Sam Adams Hazy was like the bee's knees, but I think this is better. It just sort of works better. Again, you're building from this lighter kind of body thing that sort of tastes like it's honestly arguably tastier than the Fat Tire new version, the Golden Ale version, because it has more hop character. So it sort of reminds me of that beer, but it's quite hoppy too. And it's really tasty. So whatever this is, they call it golden, but it really not really a golden ale. It's more of like a hoppy session IPA thing, kind of. It's closer to session IPA or like hoppy blonde than whatever they call golden or whatever. I don't know. Until next time, cheers and 96 later.